Hi guys, and welcome to your Wednesday. It was fun to have the pizza party with you guys on Monday. I hope that you had fun as well. And I can't believe that we only have about 9 weeks left together in the school year. And so hopefully we'll have a lot more fun as we move into spring. But today, remember I told you the other day that you guys have graduated from doing one worksheet to doing 2 worksheets a week. And so hopefully you have finished the front, the page 21, and now we're moving to page 22. And another reason that we're moving a little faster in these is that we're not spending the time on the exercise looking for the rule numbers for capitalization. So, for example, on the bottom of page 22, you're not going to be doing that exercise because it's just about finding the rule numbers. You will do number 5, which is under exercise 3, and you'll make the capitalization edits for that. But you can put a big X, don't do a whole lot of scribbling, but put a big X over the second half of the page because you're not going to do that. So that's another reason we're moving a little faster through these pages. So we are going to begin with sentence number 1, and I'm going to do number 1 and number 2 with you, and then you will do 5 and 6. I don't remember if I've scheduled it for tomorrow or it's probably for tomorrow. And then we are going to, I've inserted some special videos so that we can practice something that we need a lot of practice on. But let's get started on sentence number 1. And the sentence is, Bill is writing the correct answer on the board. So we are going to begin by asking our first question, and who is writing? And if we can determine who is writing, then we have a subject noun, and that would be Bill. Notice up here, I've put Bill. Now we move to question number 2. And we ask the second question, what is Bill doing? And of course, he is writing. But don't forget to include helping verb for is. Remember words like is, are, was, were. Those are helping verbs sometimes. And so is a helping verb and writing is the main verb. Now we're going to move on and we're going to ask that what question. Bill is writing what? And if we can answer that, then we have a direct object and we can answer it. The answer is answer. So we're going to put DO above answer. But then we want to start knocking out some of those words that we know so well, like the word the, there's another the. And so we're going to go ahead and put, whoops, I forgot something. We need to add the T for verb transitive because when we have a direct object, we have a verb transitive. So if you forgot that like I did, go ahead and add it in. But then we want to put article adjective. And so we knock those words out. But then we want to ask the question, what kind of answer? And that would be, hopefully you said correct. So that's going to be a regular old adjective. It's describing what kind of answer. And then finally, we have to deal with on the board. And so Bill is writing the correct answer. On the board is a prepositional phrase. So put your smiley faces on either side. And then you're going to have P be on top of on, because we know that every prepositional phrase begins with a. And we've already put the. And then here we're going to put OP because we know that every prepositional phrase ends with an. So I think I even heard you screaming, but be careful. Don't scream too loud. You'll drive your moms crazy. And so then we know that this is declarative. It just ends with a plain old period. We put a slash between Bill and is writing. And then you can fill out the little blank. And that's going to be subject, noun, VT, DO, And then you're going to have pattern 2, check, check at the bottom. Now, I promised you a little commercial here in between our sentences. It's not really commercial, but it is a video of the preposition jingle. So we're going to actually do this, and I'm going to start it playing. And we're going to do this along. The first one I just want you to listen to, and then we'll start.
The preposition jingle. A preposition is a special group of words that connects a noun or a pronoun to the rest of the sentence. The object of the preposition jingle. Dum-de-dum-dum. An OP is an NOUN or a PRO after the PREP in an SCNTENCE. Dum-de-dum-dum-dun.
Okay, join in.
The preposition flow. Preposition starting with an A, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at. Preposition starting with a B, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but, by. Preposition starting with a D, down, during. Preposition don't go away. Go to the middle and see what we say. EFI and LNO, except for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, out, outside, over. Preposition almost through, start with P and end with W. Past tense through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Preposition easy as can be. We're all finished and aren't you pleased? We've just recited all 49 of these.
Wow, she got a little fast for me. How about for you guys? Did she go as fast? So we'll look at that again at the end. So be ready. All right, let's do our next sentence. Squirrels gather food for winter by instinct. Okay, let's begin asking our questions. We're going to say, who gathers food for winter? And the answer should be squirrels. So we're going to put SN over squirrels. Then we want to ask the question, what do the squirrels do? Well, they gather. And so we are now going to put our V over gather. So you should be labeling these as we go. Now, our next question is, the squirrels gather what? And since we can answer that with the word food, we're going to put direct object right above food. Squirrels gather food. And we make sure to put the VT in there for verb transitive. And then finally, we need to figure out what for winter and by instinct are. Well, you just recited that preposition jingle, so hopefully you knew that they were prepositions. So let's put our prepositional phrases in. Here's where our smiley faces go. And we know that for is the preposition, a whisper this time, because every prepositional phrase begins with a preposition. Okay, and then we know that winter is going to be an object of the preposition because every prepositional phrase ends with an object of the preposition. And then we've got another one. Now, have I ever asked you guys how many prepositional phrases you think you can put in a sentence? I don't remember if I have, but there's actually no rule. You can put as many as you want, and I love prepositional phrases. So here we go. We have this next one, put the smiley faces around, and we are going to put P above by, because we know that every prepositional phrase begins with a preposition. And then we have OP over instinct, because we know that every prepositional phrase ends with an object of the preposition. Okay, very good. Now let's see. We have to add the D in because we know it's a declarative sentence. And here's my slash. And then you guys can fill in the blank, which is subject noun, VTDO, and then underneath pattern 2, check, check. So make sure you put those in, and let's take one more look at our jingles. And I want you to try to follow along with all of them this time. So join in.
The preposition jingle. A preposition is a special group of words that connects a noun, or a pronoun to the rest of the sentence. The object of the preposition jingle. Dum-de-dum-dum. An OP is an N-O-U-N or a P-R-O after the P-R-E-P in an S-C-N-T-E-N-C-E. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. The preposition flow. Preposition starting with an A, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at. Preposition starting with a B, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but, by. Preposition starting with a D, down, during. Preposition don't go away. Go to the middle and see what we say. E-F-I-N-L-N-O, except for from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, out, outside, over. Preposition almost through, start with P and end with W. Past tense through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Preposition easy as can be. We're all finished and aren't you pleased? We've just recited all 49 of these.
Yeah, she definitely moves a little fast. I don't know if you think the same thing, but she's moving fast. Okay, I'm going to come down to this last slide, and I want to ask you what your spelling words are. And so the first word, I want you to spell them. So the first one that I want you to do is Ireland. So you can use a piece of scrap paper. I want to see if you can remember how to spell Ireland. And hopefully you have looked at your flashcards. You've maybe colored them a little bit. Remember, we made our own this week. So spell Ireland. Ireland is a lovely place to visit. The next one I want you to spell is, let me get to my list here. I want you to spell snake. So spell snake. So listen to your sounds. Snake. All right, the next one I want you to spell is preach. So I want you to spell preach. Because remember, Patrick went to Ireland to actually preach. And then the next word is going to be gospel. He preached the gospel. So listen to the sounds, gos, and then it really is more like pel, gospel. And then finally, the last word we have is Christian. He wanted the people of Ireland to become Christian. So he was a missionary to that area, to the country of Ireland. So hopefully you know how to spell those pretty well. You now have 2 of your sentences done. So what I want you to do is I want you to finish 3 and 4 and then also do the editing on number 5. Then you will be done this worksheet. So then you'll truly have 21 and 22 all finished up to turn in on Monday. So I look forward to actually seeing you on Thursday. If you have any questions with your homework, please bring them on Thursday. I might have a couple of sentences for us to do on Thursday. We'll see. And then we will definitely be reading our Clara Barton. Remember, you have a lot of those sentences that you had to do yourself. So hopefully your stories will all be a little bit different. So I look forward to hearing those on Thursday. So you guys have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.